My name is Philip Fisher, and I'm the Philip Knight Chair and Director of the Center for Translational Neuroscience, and I'm also a Professor of Psychology here at the University of Oregon. The goal of both the basic science and the intervention work is really designed to create impact at scale.
My name is Tyson Barker. I'm a research scientist at the University of Oregon, at the Center for Translational Neuroscience. The problem that we see in early childhood programming is it's really hard to get a big impact for most social programs. So I started my career as an early interventionist and as a special educator for children with autism. What I found quite early on is we took a different program from a different location, from a different city that was developed with a different population. And a lot of the issues had to deal with how do you talk to your child, how do you discipline your child, that I felt really wasn't appropriate in my role to tell families who have very different traditions and cultural values. We see that problem and it's quite apparent. How do we represent the diversity of the United States in these programs, and how do we best capture what's working in these programs? So that's really the genesis of the Impact Measures repository, is to allow that flexibility of organizations and institutions to find measures in which have high value in solving societal problems and improving health and well-being, but at the same time, there's some certainty that it'll likely work in their context and for their community.
So our goal has been, rather than to try to build one measure that works for everybody, we've been focused on trying to understand how to make information about all the multitude of really high quality measures that are out there can be made available to people so that everybody can access with a fair amount of confidence what is the measure or measures that are going to best map onto the programs that they're trying to evaluate, and how can they select those with the kind of the highest degree of confidence that those are going to be the things that are best and most useful for including in their program evaluations.
So I'll give you an example of a preschool teacher who is interested in understanding early literacy development of their students. So they make it to our website, which then would ask them, okay, based on those four pillars, cost, usability, technical merit, cultural linguistic relevance, what's important to you? Or how much does it cost to use the measure? Is it a subscription fee? Is it a per use? How do I get information quickly in a valuable way, but also how can I then interpret or make this information actionable? How does a measure work in different languages? Does it really capture the same sort of ideas or thing? So every measure will be tagged with attributes of these early educational skills. So practitioners, educators, or those in program positions will be able to find their measures that are quite precise in what they're looking for.
So it's the technical assistance around kind of really specifying what your program is all about and what you think it's going to change, and then support and easy access to this multitude of measures that are out there to pick the very best that are the best fit for your evaluation. And we think if we can put those two pieces together, that we're really going to fundamentally propel the field forward in terms of really being able to create better impacts and for a much wider segment of the population.